So that says a
Wow.
lot. You know what I'm saying? That, the power outages is, is for real. It's citywide. Some areas came back online, but mostly a lot of people still don't have power yet.
Wow.
Yeah, so I ain't been able to make it to none of my classes, for a
Right.
securities license. So
That's
just
right. Oh,
having spotty service.
I thought you was doing those online, but you actually was going in person? You was,
No, it was online. Yeah, it was online.
yeah, but yeah, not being able to get that stuff done. Shoot,
Yeah.
wow. Mm. Mm. Man, I know one of my cousins worked for the water. I think the water people
Hmm.
um in that area. In the Houston, I'm not sure what I don't
Yeah.
remember what area. But yeah, I remember you saying before how in Houston how the storm, when those storms come, how it puts Houston in a whole nother ball game, whole nother realm of things.
Hmm.
You know.
It's serious. And people think just because we ain't, right by the ocean that, damage can't be done. I'm just like, bro, that doesn't mean anything. Like, I was really shocked, like, how much damage this storm done. Like, of course, the flooding, we know about that. That's, a common occurrence. But
Yeah.
to see the amount of trees that were, uprooted and taken down, going through people's property, that shit was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn, I did not know this storm was that strong.
Wow.
Because people will be like, man, Hurricane Harvey was, you know, Hurricane Harvey was the worst, Houston experience.
Mhm.
Well, it was just a bunch of water, a bunch of rain. This had
Right.
both. This had both. And definitely more wind damage. And like I said, I'm talking about big ass trees, Mo. Like
Mm.
just being uprooted out the ground. Like a tornado came through.
Wow.
I put some videos on my page about it. I was just like, damn, it's crazy. So
Wow. So I can,
this one gonna take a little while.
man. And this is
Yeah.
this is the kind of when you think about contractual FEMA opportunities, things of the nature, even though you don't want to think of it from this perspective. I don't know why I click on the damn New York Times. I knew they weren't gonna let me get in it. Um, you know,
Mm-hmm.
well, here these people you're talking about right here, Central Point. Now, what is Central Point? That's electricity,
Center point. That's the uh, uh, uh,
energy.
electricity people that take care of the grid. Yeah,
Oh Lord, they don't. They say they don't even know how the power gonna be restored. The hell?
yeah, but they keep sending out messages that you know, uh, they sent one out today. Actually, it was they said they got 1/3 of the people's power back on. They still have like 1 million people to restore. Uh, they said in the time frame that they originally have. So man, this is crazy. I ain't never been without power this long, ever.
And how
And it's
long
the
has it?
middle of fucking
It's been
summer in
a week?
Houston.
It's been a week.
No, it's been only about 3 days. 3 days.
But they right here in this article, they're like at the top, it
Mhm.
said and that's the day they said More than 1.2 million customers in the region remain without electricity as of Wednesday afternoon, 2 days after Hurricane Barry blew through the Houston area, and Central Point Energy has yet to provide specifics about when power will be restored. That's crazy.
Mhm.
And they're the energy company. Electricity workers
Yeah.
enlisted from outside Texas show up in the Nordenham County neighborhood in Katy on Wednesday, July 10th, to assist with power restoration efforts in the aftermath of Hurricane Barry. Molly McPherson was deployed to Houston during Hurricane Ike in 2008 when she worked for the FEMA, so she knows what it's like to lose electricity during the summer in Southeast Texas. Man, that's crazy. And it's hot.
And it's hot. I'm talking about
Jeez.
I'm talking about the first day when the hurricane happened, right? So it was done like maybe around like 11:30,
Mhm.
12, right? And it stayed relatively around the 70s throughout that day. But the next day, 93 degrees, humidity up, you know what I'm saying? Heat index up, and and it is right back to business with that weather. So yes, it's been hot as hell with powerhouse. So
Wow.
see, today was 94, tomorrow will be 91. Yeah, see, it ain't getting no cooler. It ain't getting no cooler, man.
Mm,
So
wow.
I said, man, send them on some bullshit.
Oof. And you say there's a lot of wind damage versus a lot of flooding?
Yeah, like it had flooding for sure, but we come to expect that. But the wind damage was more deadly this time. Kind of how like the last storm we got, maybe like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, where it was
Mm.
an actual tornado. Well, this hurricane brought, those strong winds where it was fucking flipping trees and taking trees out the ground and throwing them all
Yeah,
over the place into people's houses, all in the roads and all that shit, bro. It's crazy.
I see.
I mean, debris
Uprooting.
everywhere. So,
Wow. Wow. And I was just talking to somebody about, people haven't fully recovered from the previous hurricanes and couldn't, insurance dropping them because of certain type of damages and whether it was water or whether it was structural and and how here these hurricanes are starting. So if you guys got it, our ass is next.
mm-hmm.
Us, Florida, Louisiana, Georgia. That's just how it rolls. Tennessee,
Yeah. Probably
the
ain't the
map
last
was
one.
those, huh?
I said it's probably ain't the last one for sure.
Oh shit, they just getting started. July 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the coast.
Yeah.
They're just getting started. Just
Mm-hmm.
getting started. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad you're safe.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I am too. I ain't gonna
life.
lie. I ain't gonna lie. Looking at some other people's situation, I'm like, damn, I'm glad they ain't happened to us. Talking about full grown trees, you know, falling onto people's houses, they vehicles. Ooh, yeah, that's tough.
Look at this mess. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Damn, a couple people got caught in that water trying to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Did some people die trying to leave? They got caught in the water.
I think about 12 people.
Man,
And that's the thing, people be knowing, what this is, and they still be playing around like it's a game or a joke.
Why the hell would you be on the highway and the damn highway flooded out? Look at this one right here with the house on top. I mean,
Yeah,
uprooted. Not break the branches.
yep.
We
That's
got
how a
the
lot of
whole
trees
time.
was. Yep. I seen them all over here, all on the side of town.
Where do you think they were going?
Yeah, man. People don't be giving a damn, man. I just don't get it. They just be doing silly shit, bro. Like, and then at night, pitch
Hmm.
black, you know, stores, they gonna run out of food and stuff like that. Gas line, gas stations, you know, packed. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? So even to this day, gas stations still packed. But we went out early in the morning to go get gas, like 2, 3 in the morning.
Mm.
Where no, ain't a lot of people out like that. But
Oh, they
it's pitch black.
took out this whole neighborhood water.
Yep, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
Shit ain't a game.
It ain't, boy. It looked like Carolina when them damn roads was breaking up. But
Mm-hmm.
uh, open up the levees. You already know they opened up some of them levees.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow, wow. It was brewing up, man. I came through all that rain on Sunday trying to get back home from Louisiana in Atlanta. Oh, it was
Yeah.
raining so hard, 3 hours of it. And I was
Mm.
like, I thought the hurricane was in Texas. I was trying to hurry up and get back home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
rained like cats and dogs over here. Look at this drama right here. Going to Galveston.
Yep.
Shit, I might not be going to Galveston Labor Day weekend. This shit ain't gonna be cleared up.
Mm-hmm.
Possibility of that, anyways. Mm, mm.
Devastating.
Look at this right here. No, that's Harvey. Okay. This is Barry over here. That's crazy. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, let me check on my battle.
Yep. Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah. Good. I was just waiting for the power to kick back on. Uh, but shoot, even going to get Wi-Fi and charging up, man, I just try to do it when I'm at work.
Right.
And then come back to the crib and
Could you get
if
to
I got,
work? Could
huh?
you
Yeah,
could get to work for you?
yeah. I mean,
Mm,
because most of the highways are good. Um,
some
the
highways.
roads, yeah, some of the, streets, they good too. They, did a little cleanup, make sure, the trees and shit off the road. But
Uh-huh.
the lights still don't work. So some of them coming back online, but most of them still don't work. So
So you got a curfew?
no, ain't no curfew over here that I know of. I
Gotcha.
know it was one.
Mm-hmm. Man, where's this something? This charger don't go with this. I can get a whole nother charger. You get some? Ah, wait a minute. Let me switch. I gotta switch phones. Gotta switch phones. So I could do this right here.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you excuse. All right, let me. Now, why is you? What you tripping on?
What y'all got going on?
I'm over here trying to. I'm trying to get on that Zoom on my other phone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come off for this one right here.
Like, no.
There we go. All right, we could go with Greece now. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So yeah, so I did. Hey, what's up, Price? What's the
What up,
word?
Price?
What's going on, y'all?
Ain't not much.
Ain't nothing. I did a little. First, we was checking on Chris in the Houston situation, but the hurricane, whatnot. So, so I did a little class. Chris says you see, so I'm gonna go through it, and then maybe I need to enhance it. And I was super impressed. The young men, one of the I was only did it for an hour, and one of the young guys, well, two of them, he was like, "This is all we get, man. We need about a week of this." They was over it. So how I approached it, I have my educational little piece that I'm gonna show in a second, and then I brought up Finviz, and I just kind of showed them how to, just some quick things about, looking at the chart. If you look at the chart, what can it tell you on first sight? What are some things you can look at quickly to know whether or not that's a company you want to explore? And they caught on pretty quick. They was using their own phone devices. I wish I would have bought laptops in so that they can really get into it and see the screens. And they were like, "We need some more of this. We need some more of this." Um, so I was telling them, I was like, there's only so much I can share with you all for within an hour, but if it's just something continuous, maybe we could do virtual ones, something. I mean, they was like, "Shoot, we need to know about this money now."
Right.
So it's kind of cool. The youngest
Real
was, I
time.
think, 12. So from 12 to 18. And I was
Oh,
super
that's what's up.
impressed. Yeah, I was super impressed that the young men were there, because people always try to say that young boys, you can't get them to come in and learn anything. And to have 8 out of the 11 that was in there was impressive. And they were engaging. So, yeah. All right. So
That's
this is
what's
how
up.
my so I'm gonna give you all the PowerPoint, and then I have my little notepad. So if y'all feel somewhere I should have added something or changed something or moved something, I'll make my little notes so I can be able to fix it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So peace, power, and profit, everybody. I know y'all are like, boy, they are super late, coming off of vacation. So y'all already know how it is. I get to moving slow or whatnot. But I wanted to definitely make sure we started getting some more financial information out of these YouTube streets. And so I'm super proud of myself because now Land Professional Solutions is now service disabled veterans own small business certified, this disadvantaged business enterprise certified, small business certified, minority business certified, and woman owned business certified. So I'm ready to do some damage in these streets. um I should have my certificates on the screen, but they downstairs somewhere or whatever. But anyways, yeah. So certified, ready to rock, ready to roll. All right. So the first app I wanted to introduce everybody to because because it has a paper trading component. Now it's not the only company that has a paper trading company. It's just the one that I prefer. So I wanted to ensure that those of you who are probably interested in trading and want to learn and take your time, and as you learn, make some mistakes, get some best practices, find your own trading style. Webull paper trading is the place to be. So go ahead and sign up for Webull. You don't have to start using your own money. go to the paper trading option, and let's get it started. So this class I was sharing with my brothers on the panel, Chris and Gerald. I gave this class to some teenagers today, mainly middle school and high schoolers. And so you guys tell me what you think. All right. A lot of the information I got from Investopedia and some of the other sources that are on the site. So it says, why should you invest? There are 4 reasons that I identified for you to invest. The first one being a return on your investment. There are 2 ways investors earn a return on their stock purchases. Increases in stock prices and dividends. You realize a return when you sell shares for more than you purchase them. And some stocks offer dividend payments every year, regardless of changes in the stock price. So that's 1. Number 2, compounding. Compounding happens when the money earned on an investment, additional interest or returns. When you use your investment gains, dividends, and interest to buy more shares, your money will compound and grow even if you're not adding new money to your account. Investing that income will amplify your wealth potential instead of spending it. Try Stash's compounding interest calculator to see how it works. So as you can see, this information comes from Stash, right? So there's compounding interest calculators out there. You don't have to try to be a mad whiz to try to figure it out yourself. You can pull one of the compounding interest calculators, place in your dollar amounts and your interest rates that you expect to receive, and get some favorable outcomes and be on your way to a nice investment plan. And I'll put one of those up in a minute. The third reason you should invest is retirement planning. For some people, they don't mind working all of their lives. But for Monica Lamb, I have an expiration date. Okay. And if I am working, I want it to be for my own purpose and interest and to satisfy my own needs. So investing is often the primary way people save for retirement. With a long timeline, tax advantage retirement accounts, and compounded, investing can help you achieve your retirement savings goal by growing your money more than you could keep it in a regular savings account and hiding it under the mattress. So here you can see that if you're investing your money for that retirement date, instead of just putting it in a savings that has a lower interest rate, you could be gaining much more by taking advantage of the compound interest that comes with those retirement plan accounts. Number 4, long-term financial security. With a historical advantage return of around 10% per year, the stock market can provide earnings that outpace what you could earn in interest in a savings account over the long term. And when your stock returns keep pace with or outstrip the inflation rate, your spending power is not diminished when you cash out your investments in the future. So you got your long term, right? If you can gain a return of about 10% a year, and trust me, there are opportunities out there that will give you that advantage, you will see that you could outpace a savings account by far. So these are just 4 reasons why you should invest. Now there's many more, but these are the 4 I chose to share with you. Things to consider before investing. Question: what are your financial goals? So people invest for various short and long-term goals, such as milestones like purchasing a house, paying educational expenses, retiring, and achieving overall security. Your financial goals will influence your timeline, risk tolerance, and investment strategy. Second question, what's your risk tolerance? Investing in stocks comes with risk. The stock market is volatile. Different stocks and sectors are prone to different levels of fluctuation in stock price. So, it is important to understand your risk profile. For example, how comfortable you are with different levels of risk based on your age, income, and investing timeline. Question 3, how do you plan to invest? Your investing timeline will largely depend on your goals. How far are you from retirement? When you do want to buy that house, when do you want to buy that house? The earlier you start investing, the longer your time horizon. Longer time horizons allow more aggressive investment strategies because you have time to recoup any losses from the stock market fluctuations. Fourth question, do you feel secure in your emergency fund? Building an emergency fund is an important part of your overall financial plan. When your car breaks down, your water heater leaks, or you run into other unexpected large expenses, your emergency fund allows you to cover them without having to take money out of your stock investments. That way, you don't have to worry about needing to sell stock when the market is down or paying short-term capital gains tax. Fifth question, do you have any high interest debt? If you're investing regularly but still have high interest debt, like credit card debt, you may be spending more on interest payments than you're earning on investment gains. So prioritize paying down high interest debt before focusing on your investment strategy. And the last question, what does your budget look like? Making a budget you can stick to goes hand in hand with developing your investment strategy. You want to ensure your monthly income covers all your expenses and set aside a portion for savings and investments. This allows you to invest regularly over time. How to invest in stocks in 6 steps. Step number 1, choose your investing style. Step number 2, pick an investment account. Number 3, decide how much money to invest. Number 4, choose what stocks and funds to invest in. Number 5, create a schedule and invest regularly. Number 6, monitor and track your portfolio. Any other steps y'all think should be included here? Or you guys just hanging out?
No, I think. What's your audience again? You said 12 to 18.
Yes.
Yeah, my thing with you got to keep it simple and relatable to them.
Right.
So
they were on it.
No,
I had my
I
first.
get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I guess what I'm saying, they were on it. Here's just my thought: is new information and just what the application looks like. But yeah,
Right.
I went overwhelm them.
Right. And that's where I'm going into. And I didn't even, well, I'll show you what I did, where I went from there. So how to open a brokerage account. So a brokerage account is cash account and a margin account. So a brokerage account is taxable investment account you use to buy and sell securities through a licensed brokerage firm. This type of account provides access to a wide variety of investment options to help you build a diverse portfolio. If you want to hold certain securities that only a licensed broker is authorized by law to purchase, such as stocks, you'll have to open a brokerage account to make those investments. And then that's when I introduced them to these. But so investments you might be interested in. So I asked them a question. They already kind of threw out stocks and index funds, and some are crypto, because a lot of these young kids are already on the TikToks and the Instagrams and this, that, or whatever. So they've heard of most of this information. So I introduced them to the Stash app, mainly because it has a custodial account, something they could go home and talk to their parents about. The Acorns with the Go Henry, because it has custodial accounts. And then I introduced them to Webull because it has the paper trade, just for them to kind of get familiar if they just wanted to look at it. And then one of the other mentors who was in there, they love Robinhood, so I shared with them Robinhood. So those were some resources. Then this is where I went into go ahead, Chris.
The only thing I would add to this is before even getting a brokerage account, is to educate them on 401k, because at least maybe 16 to 18-year-olds maybe have a job, and learning about this early in their work career, work history, they can learn how to maximize their 401k. So that's probably something I would have plugged in there too, and that'll be even better for the younger 12-year-olds, so they can understand when they do get a first job, they can ask their job, so hey, do y'all have a 401k plan? Do y'all match? Do y'all have like partner stock? Is it a publicly traded company? Is it a private company that's under RISA? Stuff like that. That way, that can prepare them, because the misnomer is that 401ks and 9 to 5s, you can never be wealthy with that. Well, there are more millionaires with 401ks than any other thing. So when you hear about millionaires, it's not entrepreneurs, or any of these things people be, talking about. These are people with 9 to 5 jobs. They're teachers, they're lawyers, accountants, engineers, so forth and so on. So maximize 401ks. This is one thing McKee, was teaching me about. I'm saying that 401ks, people become millionaires. So the entrepreneurs or any of that stuff. So that's something I would do with there.
Right. And so only reason I took this route, because the person who had them in camp prior to me already had them on the Robinhood, doing investments, that kind of thing. So I said, okay, if you're going to show them that, then I just have to educate them on the educational piece on what to look for, what to go about, because they were already on the path. So I just kind of slid in just some information for them to take home if they were looking at, so that they could have it. And sometimes that's usually what happens. So what the overall program decided to do was to come up with what they call a beta club, and they're going to partner with Midlands Tech business office, to bridge in some of that same financial literacy information that you just spoke about. So since they were already had them in the whole account deal, I was just asked to come in and just kind of share a little overview of those brokerage accounts. So this is kind of how I approached it.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, the students that were in there kind of already knew some stuff, so which was surprising. So that told me that somebody already, they've already been dipping and dabbing a little bit. But I totally agree. what you're saying. Because I'm gonna build on this and kind of put it into like more of a programmatic type deal.
Yeah.
With because nobody in the room had a job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they all were just la 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 la. But they were interested in them starting to get into investing. So I was like, okay, if y'all gonna take them that route, it's important for them to at least know where to go to get the education versus just tossing them in because tomorrow they're gonna give them money to start brokerage accounts.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, they're giving them $50 a piece.
And they can do IRAs though.
Yes, well, the
Without a
custodial
job.
accounts,
Well,
huh?
okay. No, I got you. I got you. I'm just saying,
I,
without a job, you can still do an IRA.
but a teen, how does that? Is that possible for the teenagers though?
Well, the custodial account, you can start it like that.
Let me see, because I know the one.
Oh,
Nah, I got
yeah.
Zion and ETFs, huh?
Yeah, so you got, like he said, you got custodial accounts, you got 529 plans, you got Coverdale ESA, you got
Oh yeah, I know about that one.
UTMAs, UGMAs.
But five
Uh,
twenty nine goes towards education, right?
yeah,
Yes.
Right.
you had 18
So
year olds in your class, right?
only one, and that's Sanaya.
Oh,
She already has an account, but she doesn't have a 529. She has just a regular stash custodial account.
okay,
Well, that's cool too because
yeah,
Yeah, Zion, yeah. So those are they was trying to get. I said they can't get Robinhood accounts because they're not 18. They can
right.
get custodial accounts
That's
though.
where I wanna stop. Like I'm cool with them learning about brokerage accounts and all of that, and that's good. Because really Robinhood is teaching it's become more of a trading platform than just simply out investing.
Right.
So that's why I asked. I threw in you know 401k
41.
piece and Coverdale ESA, the 529, the CMA, GMA, and custodial accounts. That way parents get them in early and start investing money into it for that. And because like I said, brokerage accounts, that's good. You can always start that on your own, and those are minors, so their parents will have to open their accounts for them anyway.
Right.
So at the same time, you can open a custodial account, and then separate from that, you open you know 529 plan or the Coverdale ESA, depending on your tax bracket or your income. So you tie all of that stuff in. Your kid is covered. Their educational expenses is covered. Their personal account is covered. They have a lot to play with, basically. So, opening a Robinhood account, great. Webull, great. Paper trade, that's gonna be dope. They're gonna be like, oh man, look at all this cool stuff. Look at, what I'm saying. It's just on the parents to make sure they cover them on that end, on the other end, and let them. And then with Webull and the Robinhood, let them play around with that. Let them get good at it. Learning the platform and then start maximizing. So now you covering all your fronts. You cover with your education if you want to go to college, and then your personal account is going crazy. So you can't lose with that. And then you got the stash and the acorns. You got your emergency savings. You earning 5% on your emergency savings. Then you got them a personal checking account where they earning 3% on that. And then you got them with the stash, you know,
They getting stock back, shopping with Netflix or Foot Locker, Nike. So they bringing everything full circle.
Right, but you can't get a stash card with a custodial account.
No, you can't. But if we talking about the 18-year-olds, then you can transfer that custodial account over to that minor. But now they're adult.
Right.
And
Yes, you
then,
already do it.
yeah, so
So
um,
so yeah. So what I did with them is just show them how to look
mm,
at research with the Finviz and look at the identify what is a stock ticker. How do you know what a ticker
right,
is?
right,
What's the name of the company? How to learn about the company. What's the stock price? How does it tell if it's going up or down for the day? The open,
right,
the close, high, and the low. Just show them just preliminary. If you looked at this stock, would you think that it's a growth stock or is it something that's
yeah,
happening? Um, Show them
fundamental,
about the different dips in the market, what was going on during those time periods, and then kind of went down and look at a little bit of the financial data. You know,
right,
talk through some of these. So then I just played with this. I didn't go no farther. I didn't even go into the paper trading and say, hey, okay, just call out a few companies that you guys are interested in. Let's look at them. And then once they start seeing like the different charts of the different companies, they're like, okay, that company. Let me see. I think they brought up I think let me see.
What was some of their companies, Ms. Mo?
It was Microsoft, Walmart, um it was what was that one company the guy said? Dave and Buster. Dave and
mm,
Buster.
yeah.
Let me see. Let me see if this is the one that showed. Yep, Dave and Buster. Because when it came up, they was like, "Whoa!" Right? Um, and then so it was Walmart, Dave and Buster, Microsoft, Nike. Um,
Wonder what
and
made them look at David Buster. That's a good one.
the young guy, because we Pastor Wade had asked him. He said, "Think about some of the things that you guys do. What do you do a lot?" And they say, "Play games." And the guy said, "I go to Dave and Buster."
Yeah,
And
see
so
that's my thought right there, Ms. Mo. I
yeah,
would tell anybody, hey, won't you invest where you spend your money? You
yep,
know, so
mm-hmm,
the feedback they was giving
Only
you,
yeah,
only if the company is profitable.
yep, right,
well,
and
I'm just saying it's a good place to start. That's all I'm saying, bro. If you
yep.
Right
spend
on.
money with them,
At least get some dividends.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
You spending your money there.
you can just look in your refrigerator, or in your cabinets, and I guarantee you gonna find
Yeah,
that, years.
right,
Coming
Like,
in
hey
broken.
mom, I like that ketchup. I like that mayonnaise.
yep.
And
And if
come to find out, Kraft owned all
yep, and that was another thing they found out. So some of the companies they were calling out, like they called out Jordan, and I said, okay, look up Google Jordan stock ticker. Tell me what you get. So what are you getting? And he's like, oh, I said, okay. Now, so they were learning to identify whether the company was publicly traded on the stock market, and then they start getting real good at it. And they start calling out the companies, and of course Nike came up because everybody in the room had Nikes on, at least 7 of them, anyways. Um, then the cell phone companies, they mentioned those. T-Mobile, Verizon, um, and somebody mentioned. I think somebody mentioned a vehicle. I think so. Anyways, that was that. By that time, it was the hour was up, right? So it was just a little preliminary. So one of the kids was like, hold on, this is all we get? Oh no, we need like a whole week. So that was cool because they bought into it. So what I did was I had handouts. So I gave them the PowerPoints, told them it's something to talk with their parents about. And then I had another PowerPoint. I mean, I had another handout that had some other information on it, invested information on it. So it was just a matter of building on it to come up with something because we were in Eastover, which is very small, right? Um, and trying to give those young people there an opportunity to see something different other than sports. So when I was trying to come up with some ideas, I was just really wanting to hit it and quit it. Because I knew I had to do a little bit more hands-on. And once you start showing them and they start understanding a little bit, then it's kind of easy to maneuver. And I wanted to use Yahoo Finance, but the site was tripping. So I went to Finviz because I could get both views. And then to go into the fundamental side, some more of the fundamentals, what happened was when we pulled up Dave and Buster, it was another company too. What was the name of that company? Hold on, maybe it was. Let me see. Let me look at a different chart. Okay, maybe it was like this. So it led me into more of the news, the calluses. What happened? What happened to David Buster when they had their earnings here, and then they dip, pull back, and then even more here with these earnings. Um, and so there's like, what do we do? So I was like, okay, at this point, you find out what day, which was April the 4th, and you come down and there's some news, and you stroll down, maybe there's some news here that will kind of lead you in to what happened at to the company at that time. And so we start playing with some of the news articles. And then I talked to them about, okay, what are some reasons that the stock market would plummet or pull back? And then, they say the pandemic, inflation, trying to get them to thinking. So to being so young, and there's like, okay, what is the reason? What could affect the stock market in current time? What's going on in the world right now? The election. So, just trying to hit them in a minute, just kind of jog their mindset of thinking about something different. What you got, Chris? You about to say something?
Huh?
You about to say something?
No.
Yeah. So not try. Go ahead, Price. You about to say something? Oh, I'm tripping. I must be hearing things. So not trying to oh wait, somebody in the chat said something. Let's see, street culture media. I learned from a site called How the Market Works. Is this a training course? And are you guys successful in trading in the market? I just logged on. If you have a course to learn day trading, how much? No, I don't have a trading course. I was just sharing what I shared with a group of teenagers today, and just getting some feedback from the brothers. But it's good that you are learning. Go ahead, Chris. Uh-oh. You're a little choppy. You must be moving around. What's up, Brandon? Get on this link. Say it again.
You hear me?
A little better.
So if he looking
You
looking
went
to learn how to trade, get up after the board.
get them what?
Get
Like
up African Emporium.
Oh yeah, African Emporium. If you look up African Emporium, on Facebook or Instagram, he'll hook you right on up. But we're not doing any. We're not doing any. What's up, Brandon? Yeah. So, and this helped me go back and refresh my memory on some deals. And it was kind of cool when you have a little organic class, right? Nobody really knows anything. You can kind of stir them. It kind of helps you with your dialogue, and how you would approach it. But I'm going to implement for the kids to show the investment plans, the different.
Peace, everybody.
Hey, what's up, B?
What's happening with y'all? What y'all up to?
Ain't in troubleshooting my little investment course I was doing today with the kids, with the teens.
What? What?
Little
What?
something. Just introductory information.
Oh, snap, look at them on. Get it. What up, Chris? What up, Price? How y'all doing?
So,
Top Baylor.
Oh, hell no. See, Price, why you on that, bro? Bro, why you gonna hit me? You gonna hit me with the dialect from it, bro? You can't let that go,
I'm trying to keep you. I'm trying to keep you international, brother. I'm trying to keep you
man.
international.
Oh no, I'm gonna get you back for that, man. Best believe I'm gonna get you back. You gonna slip on one good time, and it's gonna be over with. I'm letting you know that now. So I'm gonna get you back.
boy, Brandon been on vacation, man. Brandon been on vacation.
Where you been, Brandon?
I ain't been on vacation. I went down south to visit family. Hey, Kansas.
Oh Lord.
Nothing too major.
Mm-hmm.
How about y'all? What y'all been up to?
Are you play with them slaughterhouses down there in Kansas?
You said Kansas?
No,
Kansas?
Kansas. Kansas.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, Arkansas.
Yeah.
I ain't
I
never
don't
heard.
know. We
I've
don't say
never.
the whole thing. We say Kansas.
You went to the dirty south. You went all the way down.
Yeah.
You probably gonna pass out in that heat.
Man, sure, we ran right into that shit.
Yeah, it's hot all over though.
Poor little
Yeah.
Brandon.
It was like I think it was like 95. The heat index added like another 15, so it's like 110 down there. Damn, man, I forgot about this heat.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Gotta love it.
Right?
Yeah.
What
That's it.
you get into? What you teach the kids?
Familiarization on technical analysis and fundamentals, how it can lead you into asking a question on what happened to the company, what's going good, what's not working well. I didn't have a lot of time, just maybe an hour, so a little bit of familiarization.
Miss Mo, can you hit that weekly? Just hit that weekly button on that Dave and Buster's while y'all talking.
Yeah, and I use Finviz to kind of, because I can see the whole, I can see the chart, I can see the financials on the bottom. Just kind of talk them through it, where to identify the ticker, how you can find out what this company does, how much the stock price is for the day, kind of get a rough look at the chart. Come down here, see whether or not it's worth it, pointing out a few things, whether they had a dividend or not, their return on asset equity or return on investment. Looked at the PE and then the performance for the week. Just kind of show them around, if this is something you were just looking at, just roughly, how to research it, then how, if you had to ask the question, like we on a weekly now, why did the stock pull back so much? Then that would lead you into say, okay, what day was that? Now let's go to April the 12th down in the news and see if we can find out what's going on. And if you couldn't find it here, then to Google it,
Right.
David Buster's, what's going on with the company, see if you can get some information on it. And will it lead you? Well, for them, it probably wouldn't lead them anywhere. But when we were looking at it, we could decide whether or not, is it going to make any kind of other move? Is it going to continue to pull back? Is it maybe is it an opportunity? Is there an opportunity somewhere in here?
Did you make this interactive, or did you just went through some stuff?
Interactive.
Okay.
So I asked them what are some of the companies that they may be interested in. Think about what you already do or where you spending your money. And they brought up David Buster's, Walmart, Nike, Microsoft. And I think one of them said a car company, but I can't remember. Right.
CarMax, Carvana.
Right. So they and I just had them bring them up, and then they could and just ask them, because I wasn't doing a lot with it. Just saying, okay, if I brought it, someone said Walmart, and I brought up, and they had their phones. I had this up on the monitor, and I said, okay, it's up on the screen. What's the ticker for Walmart? Boom, they would tell me. Okay, what's the stock price? They would tell me. Does this look like something that you want to invest in? Or I talk about just quickly looking if it's going left to right and up in the 45-degree angle, appears to be a growth stock. And then come down to the financials. If you're looking at these financials, does it have a dividend? Yes. Do they have some money? What's the market cap? So they have some income. What are their performance? What are they just some little preliminary stuff. And they own it. And then, of course, the news, if they had to take it there. So that was the only thing I could cover today. Didn't get into the open to close. So I showed them the candle. Let me go back to the PowerPoint. I did show them the candlestick. How's it at? Explain that a little bit. And that was it. So when they were looking, so that was like the last thing. We just kind of looked at, and the most I did with that is say, okay, the green is bullish and the red is bearish. we didn't go far into it. Nothing. We didn't do anything too technical with any of this. That was just information that I had on hand just in case. I was supposed to have 2 hours and I ended up only having an hour. So I didn't get in because I was going to have them take their sheet and try to identify some of these patterns on the chart.
Right, give some homework to do.
Yeah. And
Is this like a one session thing, or do you have another session?
Well, we're going to create a what we call a beta club, and we're going to connect them to the technical college. And with the business school, we're going to create a partnership because we get grant funding for these type of programs. And so we're going to pay one of the instructors there to connect with them to bridge that gap on some of these certification classes.
I was going to say, does this instructor, are they familiar with this type of information, or can't you just do it?
Oh, it won't necessarily be the stock. It would just be, it could be any financial literacy type information.
Oh, of course. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I was just asked to come in and share some information on here. So I wanted them to get with their parents and become familiar with the the custodial accounts for them to start, because we're giving them, the program director is giving them $50 tomorrow for participating in the camp. So the first day of camp, they talked about, I think it was etiquette. The second day, what's today, Wednesday? The second Tuesday, they did an introductory to Spanish on how to use certain phrases. So they were taught how to have a little small conversation in Spanish. And then today it was on investing. And then tomorrow it's going to be a driver's permit class.
Uh-oh.
And then, yeah, there's a lady, she teaches driver's training. And then they'll have a little graduation. And then they'll get their little $50. And they were supposed to go home today and ask their parents to open them up a custodial account so that they could be able to put their money in it tomorrow.
Okay. How many kids in the class?
11. It's 8 guys and 3 girls.
Okay.
We had one 18-year-old and I think 3 15-year-olds, couple 14, 12, and a 10-year-old. How did a 10-year-old get in? I don't know. But I guess she had to go where her brother go. Yeah. But it was pretty interesting because they were interested. You know?
I was about to say, were they interested in stuff like this, or
Yeah.
kind of passionate over?
We start when I asked, because in the very first beginning, I asked them what did they know about investing, and they start telling me, put money away, grow your business, you know, make more money. You know, they were saying things like that. Put $10 to get $20. You know, they were saying things like that. You know, but definitely was interested in continuous education on how to put money away. And then Zion, you know, he already had his. I've already started him with picking out little things to invest in. And his account is actually doing really well. He's up, I think he's up like 100 or something bucks in his little custodial account.
Nice.
That's what's up, damn Zion.
Yeah, I let him pick his. I think he got like he's up. We started last year. He got 22. So he got $2,822 in it, and he's up 5%. His account, and he's made $147. I let him pick his own stocks, and he's picked them based on dividends so far. But I'm just learning him, teaching him a little bit by little bit on how to pick. But he mostly have ETFs.
No, I ain't mad about that. Especially with what's going on now with the narrow market.
Right. Yep. So he was pretty excited when he seen the other guys, you know. He was like the only person with him and Sanaya, the only person in the class that had investment accounts. So, you know, he thought he knew everything.
Thought he was hot stuff.
Yeah, he was shining. He was shining. Oh, whatnot. So, you know, so they was able to share the Go Henry on how they earn money on the app by doing the financial literacy courses. And so basically what Pastor Wade is trying to do with the younger ones, because when he puts in for his grant funding, he puts in to give stipends to the students for participation so that they can, but he wants them to put their money away, you know, to invest. And I told him he'd be wanting them to get a Robinhood. I said they can't get Robinhood accounts because they're too young. So they're going to have to get custodial accounts, or as Chris said earlier, they're going to have to get some type of either the insurance kids investment plan for school, or the 529 plan, or one of those, whatnot. So,
wait a minute. So we don't allow for the custodial account set up?
I don't think we will have one.
A custodial account? I think they do.
They do? They just started.
I mean, they just started futures. I mean, just now, but I think they do have custodial accounts.
Oh.
I mean, like, who wouldn't though? Like, what broker would really want to have custodial?
Well,
it's not.
Let's see.
Then you might have to check out like a Fidelity swab then, Miss Moore.
Oh, they do.
If you're trying to, yeah, I thought they did.
Oh, I didn't even see that today, and I was on Webull.
So that should be because you're trying to onboard the parents. You know, the building thing behind is the parents for the parents to be able to put the minor on. So
Right.
yeah,
But I didn't even see the custodial account though.
so you was working on the phone. Now you know how these phone interfaces can be for y'all old folks.
No. I had the computer. They were on the
Okay,
phones.
so you know how
I
the
I
computers can
had
be for
computer.
for y'all old folks too.
You fired. Yeah, but I would have thought I would see it. See, I don't see it. A custodial account on Webull.
Let's see.
What the search say?
Huh?
What the search say?
What's it?
Ain't got no search. We can type in custodial
Oh,
accounts.
oh yeah, search. No, I don't see one.
We they got too much going on, man.
I know not to have one. I'm surprised. They behind. So that's why I brought up Stash and
No, they
Acorns.
no, they have a IRA.
Right,
Oh,
but you
okay.
gotta be 18 to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. But well, yeah, if Stash got one, then Stash is the one.
Yeah, so that's why I sent them with Stash. Told them, homework is at your parents, and it's free. So it ain't no need of them
Right.
buying it. And they give you $20, so you can get the dollar account, use a little $20, and it'll pay for itself.
Oh man,
You
so they done
know.
made $70. They done came to class and about to get $50, and then Stash gonna
Mhm.
give them 20.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It came up. Yep. So boom. That's how we got down today. Got the little custodial account, and you can get two custodial accounts. Now the thing about it is, so this I explained to them, when your parents get those custodial accounts, unless they need the money for something very important, they're not gonna let them withdraw it unless the child becomes 18, becomes an adult, or if they need it for educational purposes or they really need it, then they'll let them withdraw it. So once you start putting that money away, don't put something away that you want to try to get back next month.
Well, I don't even want to talk about that part.
So, you know, but yeah, I wish that Stash would have let the kids get a debit card, but the Acorns does. So the Go Henry does. And Zion, my niece and nephew, they have this one too. That's the debit card. Bam, bam, bam. And it has the financial literacy piece to it. So that's why I like it. Where you could earn money, take the classes and earn money. Matter of fact, I didn't have anything in my little account. And Zion we was on our way to Louisiana, or we are back from Louisiana. And he was like, ATMO, why my little bank say I can't get my money? I said, what happened? He was like, I did some classes and I don't see it. It was too funny. I was like, oh man, I gotta go put something in the bank. Yep. So I'll let him earn these little dollars. It's too cool. Teach him about money skills, little quizzes. So I really like this debit card. hmm So yeah. So what y'all got on your mind?
Dude, I've been watching the market, diligently. That's about it. I mean, still active in some of my option plays. I've been looking at Walmart actually, setting up nice. I think I put something in the chat. I don't know, but I typed in IONQ.
IONQ.
Yeah,
Is that the builder? You dropped a builder in there, a home builder in there, I think a couple of weeks ago.
I did. Actually, that's crazy because I had that in my first account with E-Trade, and I really didn't take a look at it. And then I looked back at it. It hit over 600%. I only put like $14 in it. I was like, damn it, I should have put more in this.
Yeah, they
But that's
This
not
bust the
the.
move today.
It's doing something. It's the
It bust the move.
what's the stock? It's quantum computing. So all this talk with AI, everything like that, they're gonna need storage, and I think um, it's gonna need storage, and then I think it's gonna need quantum cloud computing. So this is the next wave, I want to say, far as like when it comes to AI. I mean, yeah, they can create the chips, but they need a place to store the actual um, what do you call the
data centers.
basically. Well, it's not a. Wait, is it a data center? Oh, I got to do some more research on this. Yeah, that's quantum computing solution. Not first. Yeah, it encompasses with Amazon Web. Yeah, so it has to do with cloud technology. Yeah, roughly, yeah, around data centers. And this is one I was just running through when I was looking at Yahoo Finance this morning. So roughly around like what 2 o'clock in the morning, I get on Yahoo Finance. I look at the top gainers and top losers, and I find someone. I find a couple stocks that stand out, and I look over the actual finances. I look over the actual general direction of the actual stock, and then I basically save it on an Excel file.
Look at you.
Yeah, you got to look at 100 stocks a day to find them winner instead of trying to bet on earnings. I mean, there's some good ones out there. There's some ones that you never thought about, like Granger. I didn't know Granger had a ticker out there.
No,
Oh yeah, they
Oh, go ahead, Price.
no, I just say Granger, they kind of popular out here with the sporting goods, fishing and stuff.
Yep. So you go
That
all the way
was a
down to the bottom of it. You go to I just scroll all the way down. Let's see. Right there where it says 25 rows.
yeah.
Click on that, you go to 50. And then I just go through that list every day. I'll have like a window up for uh trading view, and I do each one of those tickers one by one.
Mm.
And then like what I'll do is I'll pull up like Walmart, or I'll pull up probably Finviz, and I'll just take a quick glance at the financials, P's, um, operation margins and stuff like that. Something real quick. Yeah, I basically do that.
Separate them out. I got two
Yep.
monitors, but I'll put it all on. Put it on one monitor. And then you put your little trading view up. Yeah, I said, let me get my little stuff back acclimated. Playing around these two streets. I've been watching basketball. Bam. So one of these stocks a pharmaceutical stock ran up today. Because when I was showing them Weeble and I went to the top gainers,
Mm.
it was running. It was like running up, and the guy went and he researched it, and him and Pastor Wade were talking about it, talking about the company. So I was really impressed with their interest. 'Cause, sometimes you could bore them or whatever. Please, they was trying to learn about that money, honey.
I think it has to be an interest to get this stuff, like a common
Mm.
interest.
I've learned with like the young people, even the college students, because we used to have to go in there and give them seminars and things of that nature. Huh.
Mm.
So I remember one time I brought down Garfield, he did marketing, and he flipped the script with it and started talking about how to use marketing to make money. Man, them kids sat up in their seat.
Would you say Garfield is that the magic word?
What? All you had to do was start talking about money. So we flipped the script and we started changing how we approach the whole workshop, instead of just looking at, okay, so you got to be creative. So we were talking about resumes. We were saying, look at your resume. Your resume has to appear like a cash cow, like you want me. But so that means you can't give them some plain Jane jargon that nobody understands. You don't even understand it. Like it has to tell the story,
Mm.
And don't forget you have skill sets that sometimes you don't even share on the resume. So what makes somebody want to hire you? What about you in that job? So let's start looking at career fields from a whole nother angle instead of, you got to be the catch for the company, not the company catches you.
Mm.
Oh man, we flipped that whole script. I just learned by just watching how Garfield flipped it up. I said, "Oh, this is how we get y'all attention, huh?" So, um, most of the time, if I'm doing some type of programmatic session with young adults, I always bring it in from a money perspective. That's the only thing catches their attention most of the time, unless you're doing some kind of hands-on skill set that they have to get involved. You know, um, so I know. So I know that's one of the things we've implemented in our program. Um, I know this last go around with the scholarships, I had everyone get stash accounts because all of them, most of them already had jobs, and so because they had jobs, and they were getting ready to go to college. This is where it comes in for you, Chris. That's when so usually when I bring in those uh retirement accounts, those 401ks are of the military, going to the military, TSP, and if they're working a regular job, those other different type of, whether it's a CD money market or whatever, those young adults, because they usually already have jobs, and trying to get them to jump on it, to understanding that your entire check is not a lifestyle spending, okay? You have to break it out. And if you learn to do it at an early age, you have two accounts or instead of one, so some of them already have expenses, then it's easier as you come up through your adult years. But if you start off just spending all your money out the gate, it's hard to make that adjustment. It's hard to make that adjustment. I mean, I know for me, well, I didn't go straight into the military, but in college, I spent everything I earned. I think I only had 401k with this one company they offered it. So I was smart enough to take the option. But and then when I left, of course they sent me the check because I didn't know about rolling it over at the time. And then military, I got bonds and I had investment account. And then I rolled over funds coming out into the civilian world. So I kind of got a little savvy with it. But a lot of times, yeah, even when I'm with the employees we have now, they'll call me and they'll get to whining, and I'm like, listen, this is what you need to be doing with your money. And I start talking to them on how to, separate out their money and put some money away because they make it too much money not to be, to be talking about they in the hole. They ain't making enough. Like, come on now. I know things are expensive, but y'all making some money. Y'all are not making $5, $10 an hour, $15 an hour. Y'all are in the 20s in the South, and not in the city, in the rural areas. So you should be able to do a little something. Not like Brandon over there in Chicago. You gotta make $50.
Shit. Still broke. I'm still playing with I'm playing with my retirement money. So
But you still gotta put something away though. But when you learn, you gotta put something away for that little rainy day. 1%, 3%, 5%, somebody percent. Be balling like
I want to say it's more than you got to put it away. I mean, we talked to this degree before. Like you got to make it grow.
gotta grow it.
Too. Yeah, you ain't just put it away. Like
Yeah.
that's like putting your money into a bank. I understand. Like, hey, okay, you saved up enough money, and 4 or 5 years, 15 years gonna by. Now the dollar's be valued. You get that's for your bank, for your buck now. So you leads you right back to you know you find yourself right back to Wally World, trying to make ends meet.
Yeah. Because if you don't, so and so so often there's so many people. I mean, if you think about you go into those grocery stores and you think about where you are right now with your expenses, your finance, you're like, or you can take hurricane. What's the hurricane that just went to Houston? Whatever the name was. That hurricane.
Burrell, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So if those individuals they have some type of contingency plan, disaster plan, emergency plan, somebody plan, they SOL right now. You talking about 1.2 million people still without power? May not be near a shelter.
All kind of cookouts going on this month.
You said cookouts. It better be. Better know how
We
to
did
light a
that.
fire. Huh?
No, I was just saying. I remember we did that. I can't remember one of them hurricanes, friend or somebody, but the power was out like 3 days, and you want the food to go bad, so hey, fire the grill up.
Fired up. I know my cousin when Ike went through Louisiana, their power was out for a week. They had those grills rolling while the military was giving out MREs at the stadium. They was over there cooking on the black, cooking real food outside. They know how to light those fires. But could you imagine though how many not even thinking about it? We just living life daily. Those emergency plans. You still have to have that time in your life where you sit around the table and you say, okay, let's revisit the contingency plans.
No, you're right. You're exactly right with that one. Because
Yeah.
somebody ain't ready.
Somebody's definitely not ready. Emergency. We laughed my mom because her vehicle always have a backpack and some emergency things in it. And then I remember the very first time I was like, what is all that in the back of your Jeep? Oh girl, that's my hurricane bag. So that when it's time, I'm out of here. I'm not waiting for nobody. I already got my stuff.
You got that bug out bag quick.
Oh, she already
Yeah.
have it. It stays in her car, and she be like, I'm ready to go. I already know where I'm going, when I'm gonna leave. I'm not concerned. If y'all ain't ready, that's on y'all.
Hell
she
no, that's hilarious.
she be ready, and to this day, she always have something packed in her truck, some water, her first aid kit, flashlight, all of that, ready to go. You know, wherever she be think she gonna be going. I don't know, but yeah, you know. But yeah, so that's what we trying to get the kids. Try to give them a little toolbox, give them a little toolkit, um, manually and electronically. How to gauge it. What should you look for? So my plan is to kind of put a little brochure together, and so I'll look for all the kids investment tools or options, which y'all mentioned. Put that on there. You know, the different custodial accounts, see if I can identify who all has custodial accounts with all companies, have those to have something to look forward to. So I told them this year, if when they go to school, whether they're in middle school or high school, and they offer them an elective to take a finance class or take a um, economics class, they was like, okay.
Yeah,
I
they'll
say,
get economics. I don't know what else they'll get.
yeah, they could possibly get finance or business or what's it called? Business account what was that junk called?
Accounting.
Not the accounting one, but the business one. Like more of the
Oh,
business.
no, statistics. Yeah, they'll get economics and statistics.
Yeah. Yeah. I told them don't shy away from those classes for an elective. That's where you want to be. That's what's gonna separate you. I was really impressed at their attention to details, because like I said, sometimes, and not all of them, about two of them was out of sight, out of mind because they didn't have no phone. So they had to follow along with me on the monitor. They didn't get to, like their rest of their buddies had their hands on object in their hand, you
Right.
know. Even when even the day before, we did the cultural class and she taught them Spanish, just how to interact, just to have a simple conversation. Um, they were interacting and trying to learn the little phrases, You'd be surprised what they tap into. I wish we had more young ladies in there, but hey, don't know why.
No, I see that with mine, Miss Mo. I had to spend more time with my daughter than I did with my son. That nigga bought his paper and he
Ain't that
stacks it
so?
up. Yeah, but she, nails done and buying hair every other week. And I'm like, that's
Better wash that hair.
well, all I'm saying is, you spend your time going out here getting this money. I mean, this how you value your time,
Yeah, yeah. You definitely have to speak like my buddy Sherry. Oh, she'll tell you in a minute. Better find a way to do some of that stuff yourself.
Well, like I say, I'm just saying, one stacks paper better than the other one, but they
That's
they
right.
just different. I try not to compare, but they are different. They
They
are
are.
different, and
Yeah.
I I don't know if it's just you know a gender thing or what, but that's just something I noticed
I think
between
it's
the
a
two.
gender. I think it's a gender thing. The boy, because think about it. Even when you were coming up, or my generation coming up, guys always were stacking their paper because they want to get them a car. So
Yeah,
they
yeah,
they used to have their money ready. They was the more likely to be in an apartment on their own. They were more concerned about making sure they could be self sufficient. And we chilling, go get like you said, going to the hair salon every Saturday morning. Going shopping. Got enough in your closet. You don't need no more, but we still in the stores. So I definitely agree on that point. Yeah, we had more little amenities that we were messing with than the guys do. Guys that got some wheels, they straight. Heck, the wheels is right. They good. Stacking their little papers.
Yeah.
So, Brandon don't have no kids. Chris don't got no kids. But no, finally got tonight. She's on the more the savings free, the simple. What's the most cost efficient? Get your hairstyle and make it last for a little while.
Hey,
Type of
he about
deal.
to be a professional college student.
Yeah, she ain't into the nails and things. She'll get them done, but she ain't really
No, no, that's good. That's
on
good.
it. Yeah, she's gonna make it do what it do and
Yeah.
whatnot. Simple, and she's petite, so her clothes is cheap. Yep, and she crafty, so she like to dress stylish, like a fashion designer. So yeah, maybe we'll see her stuff on the market one day.
There you go. You should be branding right there on the campus.
You know it.
You said you're gonna see me right there on the campus.
Yeah,
Unless
that's
you,
where you started. If
yeah, that's
Mark
what you start.
Zuckerberg can
Yep,
start at his room, why she can't start on the campus with
yep,
her whatever design, shirt, jeans?
yep. Press machine, get a little press machine.
Yeah, Brandon, they be in all kind of stuff, man. Designing their own jeans. Go get some
Mm-hmm.
$7 jeans and put all kind of glitter and
Mm-hmm.
whatever on it.
You know how
For
they
like
do.
homecoming and all that type of stuff. Hey,
Yup.
Mm.
Be ready.
yeah,
Press the shirts.
yeah. I ain't buying none, but yeah, sell it to your classmates.
So I ain't buying none.
I know we used to do it. Whatnot. Bookstore, what? We make our own shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Getting in trouble, taking the school logo. Yeah. So a lot of little tricks and trades. Um,
Well, look,
we
I'm
were
gonna get
supposed
on
to,
out of here, guys. I'm just
yeah.
tapping in and see what you was talking about, Ms. Mo.
Peace out.
We'll holler at y'all.
Bye.
All right, peace,
All right,
y'all.
brother.
Peace.
Oh, Chris, I thought you went to sleep. Yep. So I want to
In the
tap in.
background, right?
Baby Brandon, I want to do some more you know, exploring some stocks. I want to get back into that.
Okay. I mean, that's one way to get into it. Like, you want to do that. Um, I mean, obviously, you still have the settings still set for Finviz.
I
I mean,
do.
it's all
I do.
about you do.
Yeah. Let me see. I think I do. I think I do. I think I do. Yeah, I was gonna teach him a little of that, but I ran out of time. Let's see if I can remember how to get in. Oh, maybe it's not this account. Yeah, I ran out of little time, but I was uh-oh. Let me
What you do?
remember. I forgot my password. That's what happens when you don't get in these accounts. Let me see if I put it somewhere. I got my let me see. That should have been it. Let me see if I got it in my phone. I have those settings. This thing called Finviz. Yep, wrong email. Good thing I saved it. I would have never thought it was this one. There it is.
Got it.
Yeah, let me go to my screeners. Right here, boom. Still have all my presets. There you go, Brandon number 1. You enhanced it, Brandon, since then?
What's that?
You enhanced your screener since then? This was yours right here.
No, not really. I mean, I've been doing the same thing. I've been looking for options. And then I would use the dividends over 2%. And basically, right now, what I'm doing, I'm just buying options, doing leaps, basically. Now, I'm investing, not more so trading. So,
Yeah,
I mean, the market's starting to stagger out a little bit. I'm just trying to find opportunities where I can put a little bit of money in it and see how far I can get with it. But I
right.
think I'm gonna get back into trading. I've been looking at, different things. I've been looking at more option plays. I've been looking at futures for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just been just what I always say, always continue to work, always continue to build your will chest or whatever.
Yep.
Oh, I really want to do
What did you say?
something. No, I feel like she want to do something.
I'm about to get back in it. Look out for me.
She said, "Look out for me."
Yeah.
Yep. So, all right, y'all. 10:43. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow if y'all are available. We'll
All
play
right,
with
I'm cool.
something. We'll play with something.
Get the
Okay.
chat up.
All right.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All right,
Peace.
peace.